Okay, here we are back in Bounties. So, where we last left off, we did all of our business at Bumblebee Junction, and I need Rosie to cook, so let's get through her melodrama kind of quickly, hopefully. Always wanted to visit San Gonzalez. Used to have a Katrina doll as a kid. That was fast. And, of course, the candy bar would require honey, you know. This reminds me that I need to go back and get the rest of the recipes from Prospect Bluff. That's on my to-do list. I don't know how much this sells for. Like, what would be neat is if you could actually get, like, a farm upgrade to get bees, so you could actually get honey that way, because, as is, I think the only way you can get it is from a store, which is kind of lame. This isn't too bad. Let's make more, and I'll see how much it sells for. Even the ice cream takes honey. Wow. So omelet, this is not too bad. It's usually gated by meat. I'd rather put my meat in my mushrooms, to be honest. The roasted carrots take honey. This is one of those things I really do rely on for money. Hard to leave Honeybell behind. But what else could I do? One of them zebras was likely her daddy, for all I know. Sure was nice to see Ivan, Lady Anne McGovern again at the circus. Really takes me back to my time working there. Although she does not show it, I could see Rosie's heartbreak when she left her steed. She put her own feelings aside to do what she felt was best for her. So for imbuing, there's nothing we can do for the tranquilizer since it's already maxed. Still kind of curious on the frog tongue. Is that really leech life or is that paralysis? And then for like the pool cue, I still need to find out what this is. And what also kind of sucks is I don't have a lot of some of these that I actually do need information for. It's like the venom gland. I probably should sit at the circus sooner or later and just farm these up so I can figure out. Other thing is I'd have to save scum to figure out just by trial and error, I guess. So let's see. Quill, shell, mane. We'll do these. Nothing. Oh well. This may sound strange, but the exotic wildlife of the circus must feel like I do. They are far from their home in an unfamiliar land where people look at them strangely. Although she does not show it, I could see Rosie's heart. Yeah, she said that one already. There's some kind of festival at San Gonzalez. Easy cover for Tuco to hide out. Thanks for stopping by, even for a little while. It's good to have you all here again. So I spent all my money on upgrades already. So let's go over to the fire and go to sleep. Find it kind of interesting that Kid is sleeping on the floor when he actually does have a room there, you know? Oh well. So, we still do need to work on his farm rank. And then, since you spent the night, everything should have refreshed. So we can go ahead and get the cheese. I have a pair of pigs now, so we can get some meat. Problem is, one of these is blocking access to the other. Not really pressed for milk just yet, at least. So in order to get the ones in the corners, you have to try to slide between the plants. There we go. Hopefully you can see why I say this is pretty inconvenient. It's a very tight squeeze in the first place. So I think if I get a couple more expansions, I might be able to get like a level every 2 times I go out to gather. And keep in mind there will be a little bit in San Gonzalez for us to get. So let's get the chickens now. Okay, that's pretty much it for what we can do here at the farm. So we'll talk to him in a second, but don't forget that you can also get these. And I don't know if that's butternut or what exactly up there, but that I am a little pressed for, because the butternut stuff actually does go for a little bit of money. Like, it's not as good as the meat stuff or the honey. Well, the honey stuff seems to be the simple best. But butternut is pretty high up there too. So when you get the chance, feel free to stop by this farm and grab some. Now we still have to get the ear of corn. It's easier to do this when you're off the horse. By the way, in case you actually do need the honey, your best course of action is to actually go around to the different stores. And this is between every Saint's Little boss fight. You want to go over there and gather, basically. Well, not gather, you actually shop, I guess. But do that and you can get like 20, 30 honey, and then you can turn around and sell that stuff for profit. Basically, like, the cost of a honey dish is almost as much as the 10 honey itself. Need a ride? So, let's go to San Gonzalez. Unfortunately for Fool's Feast, he doesn't linger around. If he did, going out there wouldn't be too bad. There is a skull in the desert, which I don't know if that's linked to the whole grave thing out there, but we'll address that later on, see if there actually is anything to it, or if it's just something to cause speculation. And then don't forget there's a farm over on the right side also. So we could actually fight the bull, it should be kind of easy, and then I can always put it to sleep with my tranquilizer. Homesteader. Basically, you kind of want to get in the habit of going out and gathering all this stuff once you actually, well, for one, have a use for it, of course. But then when you have this guy, he can actually cart you around. Looks the exact same way as I remember it. This is San Gonzalez? It's a strange-looking town. It's a Spanish mission. Originally established to spread religion to the indigenous people around here. Looks like some kind of festival. You say this is a religious establishment, but it looks more like they're having a party. This must be the Eve of Skulls, a celebration in remembrance of the recently deceased. So, I think I see the line Las Fresas de Coupon right there, so I think he's asking where do you want to shop, and then if you tell him a place, he will give you a password. So I don't know what the medical one has. Talk to this guy, by the way. Wine made by monks is popular all over the West. It's sustained the church in our work for decades. Here, have some for free. Yeah, I guess like the apples would be bad, but I have a load of corn. Like at this point, I actually should start looking at selling the corn on its own. I need to see if there's like any dishes I can make, even if they're cheap, that just uses the sheer volume of those. Doc is missing, but I can sell you med kits. So her med kits are the most expensive. I think 50 is supposed to be their normal price, but for some reason everywhere else is selling them for 10. That's the flower shop, and I do not remember what this person is selling. Ah, yes. So I don't know what status effect that is on the frying pan there. I have that saved in the video for when I actually get around to doing the table. Probably should look into trying to hit up the dev for pictures of the icons, larger ones at the very least. But anyway, let's go into the livery. And this is the guy we're looking for. ¿Cómo está usted? You need caballos? What's caballos? Caballos? It means horse, of course. Did you have a zorse here? A zorse, eh? My English no tan bueno. What is zorse? It's a horse and zebra mix. It have black stripes. Surely you've seen it. Pardon, senorita. No entendido. You sold it to Matter the governor of the circus. Circo? No circus. You need caballos? This guy is Mr. Unhelpful. I think there's a language barrier. Or he's just hiding something. Let's look around for clues. If Tuco or Sally were here, then we'll find some evidence. Those two aren't subtle. Let's look around for clues. But anything he's hiding isn't going to be here in plain sight. Is there some way we can get into his place upstairs? And if you remember, I already got the gun up there, so that kind of tells you, yeah, there is a way. How, you ask? Well, you come in here into the cantina. Actually, do I have all the recipes here? Yes, I do. Is it just me, or do we have a tail? So you know what? Materials, food... Okay, so the pistol, it wasn't the Cattleman's, it was something else, but it was for Kid. Which one was it? Might have actually been the Lead Pusher. That was found in this box. If you're wondering why it gives me a little bit more, it's because I have it customized to a certain degree. I have 2 attack ups. So I think normally it was only supposed to be like a +5, but the attack up is plus 10%, and 2 of them means plus 20, and therefore it does 36. So, we need to read this. Miguel, you said you could break this horse, but the striped beast has caused me nothing but problems. Nearly got us caught at Fort Tallahassee, and I'm worried someone saw it. Get rid of it. Tuco Delgado. Aha! I knew that fellow was a fibber. This is the proof we need that Miguel was in league with Tuco. Let's go confront him on this. Huh? Stairway is blocked right now. So I'm glad I changed my whip against the solitary guy. Should have known we were being followed. So I thought the alert tells me what's coming, but I guess not. I don't actually know what alert does then. Anyway, Dixie Special, not really needed because it's a solitary target. We could sucker punch him, but I'm just gonna shoot. This guy has a lot of defense if that gun is only doing that. So we need to bandage Doc. Might as well hit him with all the stats effects, you know. And he just did all my dirty work for me. So let's blister him. Need to remember the frog tongue heals us. this is annoying. Like, I don't know if I can hit him. I need that freaking scope equipped. All I can say is, wow. Who are you? Why are you following us? Got the maraca. Temer los condenamos. What did you say? Dread the doomed. The doomed? What could that mean? It's about the Doom 22. I think our friend Miguel is behind this. You four again. So if I'm going to be fighting those guys, I do need to change Doc's stuff. So there's the Corrida. Now this is for Kid. I forgot I even had the scuba. Is it for Moon then? Ah, I thought this was for Kid. Laughter, tumble, juggle, scream. I'm gonna equip this just because I don't like the current one. So real quick, I need to find some stuff to unload. Bones are worthless. I don't know if I can make the butternut salad or the butternut pasta, but those are pretty good. For the candy bar, we can sell 2 of these. And then whenever you sell something, for some reason it rearranges everything here. So the coffee is not what I thought it was. Honey apple cake is $2.35. As is the meat dumplings. The stuffed roasted carrots is $2.63. That's a honey one. So I probably need to save my honey for this. And the stuffed mushrooms are $2 each. So I have a bunch of these, so let's sell 5. So now we can go get treated. We'll confront Miguel in a moment. Yeah, I thought that Corrida was for Kid. Still, I'm glad to have a new hat for Moon. Oops. Patch me up. So now Doc knows that, so we can go camp and have him do it for free. We do need to work on his stuff because, like, his is the hardest to come by in terms of EXP. And before we camp, I do want to change Doc's equipment from the scabbard to the sight scope. So that way if I run into that guy again, we don't have to worry about him dodging everything. Doc will just blow him away. No doubt about it. Polino ratted us out. Now he can't play dumb about Tuco. So he's still a leech flinger. We're gonna get one of them skull masks that wear around here. So which one was it? Roasted carrots, that's right. So I'm gonna make 2 of these. How could someone wear a skeleton mask for enjoyment? What a strange way to honor the dead. You just missed it. The Padre rode by with the dead. The people are waiting for him now with the candles. Ah, that didn't refresh those. Oh, well, it's probably because we're on a mission. You, Papa? He went to the church to pray. If you're looking for Miguel Pilino, he's probably in the livery. If he ain't there, then his home can be reached by going up the stairs to the cantina. He's the one who tells you how to get in there. And if you notice the guy who laughs, he's not here anymore. So that's everything we've seen before. I'm not going to read it a second time. That's still the same. You. Stay back. I don't want any trouble. Suddenly your English is much better. Shh. Not so loud. They are all around us. Who? The 22 Doomed. Or the Doomed 22, that's what it was. They're here? In this church? This place is no church. Not anymore. It's a base of operations for the Doomed 22 led by Tuco Delgado. All the monks, all the padres, they are all secretly Tuco's personal army. All of them? That's terrible. Do the people of this town know? Some, yes. But we keep quiet and try to earn an honest living. When you started asking about that Zorse, I had to tell someone in charge. I was only thinking about my son, Antonio. They've already taken my wife, Yolanda, for defying them. I'm sorry you were attacked. I did not want that. But I had no choice. So Tuco Delgado is somewhere in this church. How do we get to him? It's not possible. The monks will not let anyone else pass into the inner chambers. No one living anyway. Then we'll have to find a way. I lost my wife to Tuco Delgado on the Doom 22. After you asked me about Tuco, I came here to pray for the safety of my son. So, she's still saying the same thing? Been reading up on the strange religion. So, right there, pay attention to the symbols. This plays a role for what goes on in Fool's Feast. So he'd ask Moon about Chipawkwick beliefs, but we're not going to bother with that at the moment. This was locked, I think? So that one takes us outside. This one takes us to an area. Why are you four wandering around? I used to serve Santa Ana, now I serve Tuco Delgado. So I figure we had to hide in the coffin to get in. Let's go talk to the guy outside. The one who actually makes the delivery. So this was Dread the 22, or Dread the Doomed. Your bodies will soon fill my coffins. So we need to actually see what she does. Multiple its targets, 50% confuse. That's really nasty for 2 points. 3 to 5 weak physical attacks. Blood-curdling shriek that causes fear in everyone else. So this does affect allies then. Save it for juggle. Could have put Harvest up, but I just don't care. We'll put it up now, though. %120% chance of paralysis? What? And that disarmed him. Anyway, let's drop the horse. Who are you that defies the 22 Doom, or the Doom 22? Got a pair of marigolds, some wine. Hey, we got a new hat! Now we have a way in. When night falls, we'll use this to get inside the church during the Eve of Skulls. Once inside, we'll definitely find Tuco, if not Sally as well, so we need to be ready for a fight. Let's meet back here once we're prepared. So, I assume that's for Doc. Blast, Bless, Protect, Confession. I want to stick with the Pilgrim for now. Now, the thing is, what do I actually want to equip? This hasn't really done anything for me, so I'm gonna find something else. You'll always use dodge when attacked. Circus flying, 4-leaf clover, doubles your chance of crit. I'm gonna give her the butterfly boots. That way I don't even have to worry about tumble, we could replace this with something else. I don't have anything to replace it. Actually, I do want something that has an arrow effect, so I could do flame arrow from the look of it. It's the one that fits. So, otherwise, we don't really have any other loose ends. So hers just south of town, but I'm not getting any weird smells from it. Saved your game. think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I can get by with this hat. I'll drive the hearse while you all wait in here. But what about the rest of us? Surely they'll look inside the wagon. But they won't look inside the coffins. You can't be serious. It's the only way to get all of us inside. Don't be squeamish, they're only bodies. I won't desecrate the dead in this way. There's no time. You all can't decide? Fine, let me do it. Well, I'll be. Either this fella had a peculiar diet, or this ain't no body at all. It's full of sacks. Sacks of rocks, to be precise. Rocks. This one, too. Nothing but worthless rocks. Nothing else in here. Now, why do you suppose Tuco's gang would smuggle rocks into the church and coffins? These rocks are valuable? We'll find out once we get inside. No time to figure it out. Those bells are ringing. Those bells are ringing. Let's make sure we're ready. So I wonder if I do have to use the Padre in the coming fight. And I'm thinking, based on what we find here, I may take off the moccasins for the Slim Jim. This place gives me the creeps. I'll be down here if you need me. A rat just ran at my leg. So Dixie Special, double tap. Oh crud, they're all dead. Find some other legs to crawl on. So tumble is a deluxe vantage, that's worthless. Got a pair of reagents that aren't really that good, so on second thought, flame arrow, we can put it Harvest DX in. Want to get the drop on the snake. Because I figured there'd be multiples here. I thought these critters might want to help us, but now they want to fight. Sorry. So, Dixie Special, double tap, harvest. This one might live. This one did live. Actually, whoa. Bless. I guess I probably remember the Bless perk. I don't know. Protects allies from lethal attacks, that's lame. Confession. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. We are changing his hat after this. Hey, it still went off. So bad at making new friends. Yeah, I didn't really get anything to show. Got the bee sting rope. Lash that causes the sensation of a bee sting. So we're gonna stick to the frog tongue since that actually has, like, stuff built into it. I was hoping we could ride the horse, but I guess not. What do we have over here? It turned to the last second, didn't it? Not sure why it's bleeding, but you can see that apparently that status effect is bleed instead of what they were saying it was. Not really getting better stuff. And we even finished this with a crit. Okay, we're getting some oil now. The Queen Mother Spider welcomes you into her home. This one hardy SOB. Do not like the look of that. Okay, we need to tranquilize it. Oh, okay, that's actually not that bad. So if she's just gonna lay eggs, she's not actually that much of a problem. Okay. Don't have bounty here. Doc will pick off survivors, assuming there are some. I want harvest up. Good thing I ain't no Daisy gal who's afraid of spiders. So we have Pump. I'd rather keep my current stuff. So now she has Sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to give teammates 5 power. That's kinda lame. If it actually worked with the Handkerchief, where it only works sometimes, it wouldn't be as bad. So the egg dropped a larva, the Queen Mother Spider dropped Needle, Venom Needle, Gossamer. Like, that's the second needle I have. How horrible. These pests must feed off the dead. I'm sure they don't mind. Hoping this chute goes off. There we go. And that's a wrap. They won't disturb the dead anymore. I wonder if I should get Doc a spell vamp gun or something. Or a lifesteal gun, whatever we're gonna call it. Tame. We're getting some stuff here. Important thing is, now that those things know me, they'll run away. So I can duck in and do this again. I'll take care of the mice. Don't worry, they're drunk, they don't feel a thing. They won't disturb the dead anymore. Pestilence. Inflicts disease and poison on everyone. This thing is a pretty nasty hat. Not very good for team play. That's where I thought that led. Let's peek in here. Don't want to go upstairs yet. Okay, it's just a dead end. Uh-oh. No good. The store is locked. Can we break it down? And Doc just broke his arm. Don't think so. Hola? ¿Quién es? Who are you? My name is Yolanda Polino. I and others from San Gonzalez have been captured and imprisoned here for defying Tuco and his gang. Where's the key to free you? Every day a man named Tirado comes to collect the wine and bring us enough food to stay alive, but he wears a careta, a painted skull mask, and I have not seen his face. Tirado must have the key in his room. Why were you imprisoned? I was taken after my husband Miguel refused to obey Tuco and his gang. Now I am their hostage. Where is Tuco? He is somewhere in this church. I have not seen him, but the others speak of him. Anyone else in there? Yes, there are several of us, including a doctor. We were taken by Tuco for different reasons. Do you know anything about stolen guns? The guns stolen from Fort Tallahassee? Yes, they've been secretly bringing the guns into the church by hiding them in coffins. I do not know where they keep them now. No more questions. If you have any more questions, please come back and let me help you. Well, only place left is upstairs, I guess. Okay, here's where things get messy. This place is crawling with the Doom 22 disguised as monks. Maybe we can disguise ourselves as monks to better blend in. Yeah. But until we do, we need to keep our distance from the monks. If they catch us, we'll retreat back into the basement. That's lame. Delavara. It's not time for my shift. Go away. Run away! That was close. We need to find 4 more of these tunics to complete our disguises. Okay, I see how this works now. Pretending to be a monk is hard work. What is it? Why'd you wake me up? So, out of curiosity, how does that compare? So it's gonna suck if I have to get into battle wearing those because I can't tank, really. You're starting to annoy me. How did I get past them the first time? Let's see what that shad belly thing is. Formal riding coat by equestrians. So there's still more over here we have to get. So that one was a waste of time. I hate this segment so much already. Okay, that's that one. Just gonna duck in here. Never mind. Now I wonder, if I had the Oxfords, would this be any better? Skull-shaped keyhole. Tuco is busy right now. No one's allowed in this room. What now? Too many here to find our way in. Could there be another way into Tuco's room? Okay, we got the wine. So I was wondering, do I need to find the key first, or...? Oh, okay, I see. Well, that would have been nice if they explained sooner. So there's no closet there. Prior to this point, you couldn't actually interact with anything in the environment like that, and now all of a sudden we can. That's enough disguises. Let's find a safe place to change. This one's way too big on me. These tunics aren't nearly as comfortable as they look. I can barely see out the hood. There. All dressed. How do we look, kid? Dread the 22, or Dread the Doomed. That's the spirit. I think they'll buy it. These tunics should help us blend in as long as we all keep them on. So what's the plan now? Find Tuco Delgado. We'll need to talk to the monks to gather information, but be careful what you say. These disguises aren't foolproof. Why are you four wandering around? Used to serve Santa Ana, now I serve Tuco, so he has the exact same lines as any other time you talk to him. This lazy burro refuses to turn the olive press. We need to make more wine before we drink all of it. You're wearing your tunic so tight I can't even see your face. He says the exact same thing. Now, one of these rooms you get jumped in, so I want to talk to those guys. Tuco acquired a very strange striped horse, but I heard the delivery man had no success in taming the wild beast. Tuco's face is too famous for him to disguise himself as a monk. He's been using a secret passage in his room to get in and out of the church unseen. So he only has that line. I imagine the others are probably the same way. I wonder if they're supposed to attack you on sight, but they just don't. Tuco's right-hand man. When the boss is away, you must do as I say. Mariachi. So we do need the key from him. Tantos. Do you really think I would not recognize you? We've been spotted. What now? He has the key to the dungeon. Yeah, and he's going to blow our cover. You have to stop him. After the war, my home territory was annexed by the United States from Mexico. I refuse to be a citizen of the United States, and I refuse to forgive Mexico for conceding my land. My only loyalty is with the Doom 22. You four look very familiar. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? He says that too when you talked to him earlier. I haven't seen you here before. You must be new recruits. How did you come to join the Doom 22? For great wealth. Tuco is a master thief, and working together, the 22 of us can acquire a vast fortune. There's a rumor that Tuco is going to make an announcement at dinner. I hear we're leaving San Gonzalez soon and going back to Mexico. It's not time for dinner, but if you want me to fix you something now, you can pay me. So, these are new things. I don't know if you can miss these or not, so I want to buy them now. So where'd the guy go? Don't really want to fight anything down here when I have these weak pieces of armor on. Anything new here? Have you heard anything about secret passages? There was once rumors that long ago monks of San Gonzalez had used secret passages to conduct unsavory business. Perhaps they left some records that explain where they are. So that's probably in those bookshelves we couldn't examine earlier, because you couldn't examine the diary first time around, or the note from Tuco or whoever to Miguel. So are we actually able to walk out of here, or? Oh no. When was the last autosave? Like, I doubt he went down there. There he is. Marciano. Navarro. I don't even know what that means. Intrudos. Dread the Doomed. No one defies the Doom 22 and lives. Starting to think the Kreda is probably not something good to use for special fights like this. Oh, that laid her the hell out. Okay, there we go. I can work with that. Crap. So I'm fine with leaving him behind cover. Let's worry about this guy. Unleash the Beagle. Okay, there we go. Hoping he'll damage himself here. Because whatever he's doing is kinda big. Hurry, Toronto's getting away. Candlestick, chalice. Salazar, Victorino. We've sworn allegiance to the Doom 22. Okay, if he's taking cover, he's not as much of a threat. I'm gonna keep spamming laughter on the off chance I get to confuse one of them. Okay, we got him. Let's see if these guys had anything valuable. Tuco didn't warn us he had such powerful foes. Doc is 19. And we got less than last time. So he had to have gone into the main room. Maybe he opened a door? Aha. No more running, Torado. You think I would flee from you? Dread the Doomed. You made a terrible mistake following me. I am Tuco's right-hand man. So I'm just gonna shoot him. He's got quite a bit of HP. No early bird. You can confuse him, interestingly enough. And there's those stupid instant death spells. Okay, I see. So I don't know if bleed goes away on its own or what, because he's actually inflicting that without incapacitating anyone. How could I fail Tuco? She has very little HP. So now we have counter. I accidentally replaced something, so I need to go undo that. We got a chalice. Found a skull-shaped key on Torado. Blast. Now that you have that key, you can access more areas of the church, but be prepared. Tuco could be behind the next door. Didn't really care for this area, so I do want to save. So my objective is to get outside, get treated by Doc, and then come back. You can camp in the basement. Okay. So I don't know if I still need the armor or not. Judging from everyone that's KO'd, I'm gonna say no. So let's get the buckskin leggings. We're gonna give her the shad belly. For him, he has the frock. Actually, we're gonna give her the mariachi, I think. What the hell? Well, that's one way to get up some EXP, I guess.